Hello everyone, how are you doing tonight? Boy, sure I'm tired. Are you tired? I'm tired. It was a long day today, and capped off by the fact that my wife had plans tonight. So I had to come home a little bit early to get the kids, and then give them dinner, and then make sure they do their homework, and then I give them some chocolate for doing their homework, and then I told them to go to bed. This was around the time they came home. So somewhere around the time 9:30 or so was when I had time to do stuff I wanted to do, which was write. I'm still trying to write things as often as I can. It's been very hard to write things in the last few weeks because I'm just so tired when I get home from work. I really am not in the mood to sit down and write things, but I'm trying to keep things. I don't want to stop writing. Writing's important to me. So I spent a couple hours tonight really writing about Resident Evil 5. Today, March 5th, is the 10th anniversary of Resident Evil 5. I'm going to sleep soon. I'm tired, but a little later tonight, if you're in America, I guess it'll be late morning, my story will be up on retronauts.com. You can read my opinions on Resident Evil 5, its place in history, if you will. So please look forward to that. My output is slow, but I have been writing for Retronauts. I wrote several pieces in February. I wrote something about Flower. Flower turned 10 years old. I wrote about Nobi Nobi Boy. Nobi Nobi Boy turned 10 years old. And today, Resident Evil 5, 10 years old. So really, so far 2019, I've been doing a lot of stuff about 2009. A lot of good games 2009. Many more to come. So yeah, I'm happy to keep writing. I'm gonna try to do my best to keep going. I know this. I personally try to write things. I try to time things about anniversaries. I mean, I guess in theory, I feel like Jeremy at Retronauts. If I went to him and I said, "Hey, I really want to write a gigantic story about Superman on the Atari 2600," I feel like he'd probably let me do that. But I do try to write things that are timely in some way. We tend to line things up with like anniversaries, hence the recent stories I've written about anniversaries. And sometimes when I can't write a story, I like to just write a funny, I think they're funny, or at least memorable, tweet for the anniversaries. And so I'd like to let you know that sometimes I get to write tweets for @Retronauts on Twitter. I do that sometimes. So maybe later tonight, when my story goes up, you'll see a message from me with a GIF that I made for my Resident Evil 5 story. Anyway, if you enjoy Twitter, maybe follow Retronauts sometimes, because besides posting stories, we just occasionally post things or share stories that we think are interesting to Retronauts people and people who like old video games. So I'm biased, of course, but maybe follow them. I'm happy if you follow me too, but you know, Retronauts is just more than me, so why not? Anyway, it's been a very long night. I'm fortunate that tomorrow morning I don't have to be at work early. It's 9:15. 9:15 is like my usual time. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I go to work early. Although we'll see. Again, with my job changing, I may have to start doing earlier days, which will be good because I get home earlier. But yeah, it does mean it's getting harder and harder for me to stay up late working on writing when I got to be up early and go to work early. And yeah, this week, again, just every day, so many kids are there. It's a lot. But this is the busy season. This is the end of the school year, Japanese school year. So a lot of schools are coming in, having these year-end trips, coming to visit us. We do the lessons, and they go back to school. And gosh, I think some schools might have graduation next week, maybe the week after that. So it's a busy season. That's just how it is. Anyway, it'll be good. It's just, I've got some plans out of this week that I'm looking forward to. Some breaks from the work routine. I'm sure it's going to work out. It's going to work out. I keep in mind I'm not worried and I'm not frightened. I'm just really tired. So I hope you'll be patient with me. Anyway, good night, everybody. I love you.